All right. So now it's recording on Skype regardless, so we can
Yep.
get started. So, sorry for the delay, and maybe you've already watched this, maybe you have not. I don't know. We've had some technical difficulties. So, anyways, um, I'm here with my buddy, longtime buddy actually. We've known each other for how many years now? Probably two, three,
Three. I can't do it. Those are three.
three. Yep. So, um, and we hope to do this more often, like once a month. Maybe also get some other people on the calls too, and we will kind of. I will be the host. He will be the co-host. I don't know how we want to decide that, but I'm gonna decide for you.
That
um,
works.
but no, I just want to bring more people to um, my YouTube channel, and so um, and get to know people as well as get to know um, more music and stuff. And so, um, if you know of any type of business out there, if you're watching right now, that would like to just, get on and tell about their products and uh, maybe send us some samples if you get in contact with me, then um, we would be gladly to do that. And if you have any recommendations, just feel free to message us on the Dakota Show Facebook page, or you can get a hold of me at my Dakota Show number, which is 719-966-7107. Um, Before I go any further with anything, um, I just would like to send out my condolences, and same as Mr. Monahan, I guarantee it, for those people in Oxford, Michigan, that are that went through a tragic event at their school. So I do send my condolences there as well. And then I also want to thank the men and women overseas right now that this is our Christmas live stream. So, that may not get to make it home for Christmas. And so I do want to send my condolences back over to them as well. Um, and so um, I don't know if Mr. Monahan, you have anything you want to add to that? I mean, as far as that goes.
No, I think you said it pretty good. Like you said, I mean, obviously, you and I have been in schools for a long time, so we're always thinking about those people when things like that happen, and the people who can't be home during Christmas time, regardless of where they're at and whatever their service is or where they work and what they do. We're always thinking about those people. And I guess it's not just Christmas time. We should say during the winter holidays because not everyone celebrates Christmas, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yep. And that is very true. So, um, another thing, I saw, and you might have seen this post from watching over your wife's Facebook page, but someone in this, I want to say, the state of Iowa, because it was a local television network, um, someone put in a ramp for someone else's daughter that was in a wheelchair. And so I thought that was very cool. And, you know, I like to share the heck out of that kind of stuff because that stuff doesn't seem to wear out and doesn't seem to spread fast enough like it should. And that's just my opinion, but I also just think that. So
it's one of those catch-22s, though, isn't it? Like, you want to exploit it, you want people to see it so they see these good, kind acts, and then they want to recreate it. But at the same time, people don't do it for other people to notice, right? They do it out of the kindness of their heart. So it's that catch-22 where it probably happens more than we know. At least I hope so, right?
yeah,
And just people are just like, hey, I just did it for them. I'm not making a big deal of it. But otherwise, you're right. We do hope it happens more often.
yeah, and I'm sure it does, and I'm sure the reason why people don't want to make a big deal out of it is because they don't want to make it seem like they're doing it for the fame part of it, and just the, you know, the good act. So I think that's why many people just, you know, don't want to make a big deal out of good acts that they do, is because they don't want to make it seem like they're doing it for the fame, the, you know, and the face in the magazine or whatever it may be from there. So, yeah, and then I was also on social media a couple days ago, and one of my friends, they found Fruity Pebbles pancake syrup.
They're
Now,
both loaded with sugar, so right?
yeah, I mean, you tell me, like, I don't know when you mix those two things together, uh, what they would do. So, um,
I'm gonna say up front, it doesn't sound like a great thing, but hey, if someone wants us to try it, we'll try it.
yeah, I mean, again, I mean, if I get diabetes on this channel, you know, I will poke myself on this channel and then show you my finger if you want, if that's what you want me to get. I've got cerebral palsy. You know what else? You know, worst thing that's gonna happen to me is I end up in a wheelchair, and that's the worst thing. So,
My guess is it's got to just be what, flavored, essentially syrup, more flavored, different flavored.
I mean, you know, I mean, they come up with. I know of a maple bacon flavored
True.
syrup. Um,
That's
from
true.
these people at our local county fair that come, but never would have guessed out of my days of life Fruity Pebbles syrup. Although they do have Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles ice cream. And no, I'm not a big fan of Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles, okay? I'm really not. I don't eat it on a daily basis. It is good, but I don't eat it on a daily basis. But I hear that the ice cream's pretty good. And I could kind of see that because I like candy in my ice cream and stuff. But I don't know about cereal and frozen custard. And yeah.
I mean,
I,
at
I,
least it's not hard candy. Like I don't get those people. No offense to you people out there that do like Skittles or whatever in their ice cream. That is like no, like nerds or like
oh yeah.
whatever. That's not acceptable.
What about
And
Reese's peanut butter cups?
I'm a huge Reese's fan. But like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
peanut butter cups for sure, because those are softer, right? And they're already crunched up a little bit. But like,
yeah,
I'm a huge peanut M&M fan, and I've tried it in ice cream. I mean, that might be the line because it has chocolate. But I'm like, who does hard candy, man? That's just weird to me.
yeah, yeah. In the
And
ice, because it's like you're eating cold ice cream and hard candy, and that don't mix.
no, I don't want to have to worry about busting my tooth. I want to be able to chop through the ice cream and be good to go.
So I mean, yeah, it's good stuff. And um, what else? Oh, how much? How much? I was gonna ask you this question today as I was thinking. How much impulse buying do you think people do in December?
Maybe not as much as the other times of the year because now they're like, I got a certain amount of things I need to get, or my kids already got too much crap, or whoever, I don't need to buy them more than I already did. I bet, at least for me, like I impulse buy it like every month of the
Yeah.
year. Like I'm horrible. But like, I don't think it's
Yeah.
any worse in December. It's probably
Yeah.
less in December because I'm like, I'm already buying enough crap.
And people are like, well, I just don't have enough money for Christmas presents. And I mean, no offense if people don't. I mean, that's not the thing I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, people are more cautious, it seems, in December. And then when it comes January, they're like, ooh, I don't gotta worry about saving up for anything, so I could spend a little
But
extra.
that's it. Like you said, it's not that like impulse buying in a normal month isn't the worst thing, right? It's the fact that like I'm already going to be spending more this month than normal months. So like I can't afford to impulse buy on top of it type thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, trust me, I work at a local grocery store, and I mean, they honestly, they can get me, and I'm an employee. And there's times where I look at something and I go, "Ooh, that looks good," and I think about it later, and I'm thinking that's an impulse buy, cause I wasn't going in there to get back. I was going in there to work. But even if I wanted to put Candyland gummy bears and gummy worms on my list, you know. So, I mean, that's what it was. It was Candyland, gummy bears, and gummy worms. And, you know, who would put that on their list? I mean, maybe after they saw it. So, like, when I go back to work tomorrow, would that still be considered a impulse buy? Because I've already seen it.
I don't care what it is as long as you don't put that on your ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, no, I think it's not. Man, I'm trying to think. I'm like, see, I'm like the guy. I'm like one of the people. The reason they put all that stuff right next to the the checkout lane, because I'm that guy who's like, yep, I could use that chocolate, or yep, I could use that. Like, I'll buy one of those. Like, talking about impulse buy, I'm the worst kind when it comes to putting crap next to a
Yeah.
checkout lane.
Yeah. Um, so I also want to say that I felt like it came uh, the holidays, no matter if it was Thanksgiving, no matter what you celebrate, um, as a whole, um, I just felt like it came quick. And then after Thanksgiving, boom, it's Christmas. Boom, it's this. Boom, it's that. You know, there's no in between. I mean, there is a little bit of time in between, but it just goes quick. And that, you know, that could be just what we talked about, you know, the impulse buying. You don't realize it until you're like, oh crap, I gotta buy this, I gotta buy that, you know? And so, yeah, so, um,
Adulting sucks, huh?
yeah, it does. But, you know, I mean, I love my internet when it works, and I love my computer when it works. I love, uh, I don't know if you can really tell on the stream, but um, one of the things that I've gotten recently was a light. It's called a ring light that shines up on my face, so it makes it look a little lighter instead of darker. Um, yeah, I'm still in the screen. I'm just little. It looks like. um, let's see. There we go.
I need to add like a cool Hawkeye background for mine or something.
Yeah, something, something cool. You know, it could just be a picture of me. You know, that's even cooler.
I'm gonna get right on that one. Yep.
Yep, yep. I probably bust your computer, honestly. I mean, I told someone the other day that I could stop parking in the expected mother's parking spot that they have at the local grocery, because I'm telling you, I'm like almost eight weeks pregnant over here. That's how I look. I mean, I could really pass it over, you know? I mean, and
Doesn't
people
everyone
are,
feel that way this time of year? I swear.
I mean,
Between
yeah,
now and New Year's, oh, or between Thanksgiving and New Year's, it's rough.
yeah, but you know what? I stay that way all year round. I'm a big boy, you know?
You're not a quitter.
I'm
You're
not
not
a
a part-time eater.
quitter.
No part-time
Yeah,
eater here.
yes,
Fair
yes.
weather fan.
And, you know, my nickname in high school, and I don't know if you knew this, but my nickname in high school was Big Beef.
How'd you get that?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I remember it started in class one time, and then it just sort of stuck with me.
Hmm.
And then, um, yeah, so it just kind of stuck with me. And I also have other names like Big D. I was called Big D a lot. I mean, that can be good or that can be bad.
I know.
Um, and um, I
Yeah, I've never heard any of these, but not that I would, right?
never heard. Um, and that's all I can think about right now. But yeah, I mean, um,
I don't think I had any nicknames.
you had no nicknames.
Nothing appropriate, at least. No, I'm just kidding. Like, hey, shithead, or that dude, or that guy, right? No, I don't think I had any nicknames.
that's that's a good one. I'm sure I've got other nicknames that I don't know about that people call me. I'm not, you know, I mean, just wait till I turn 21, people. You know, it's gonna be a good time, a good party, you know, chug, you know, like that kind of stuff. Um,
I got plug my phone, my computer in.
oh, it's dying.
Like me.
Hey, you know, I could be considered on a ventilator. I mean, because, you know, I'm practically dying.
I'm
I'm
back
in
in
a
business.
wheelchair, so, you know. And just so you know, people out there, in case you're wondering, I'm a dad joke person, so all these jokes I'm saying that may not make sense, make sense to me, because,
Mm.
I would rather make fun of my disability than cry about it or something like that. Easier said than done, but yeah. Um, so, um, another thing is, and I've been thinking about this a lot, um, it's funny how the um, some of the American holidays, like Thanksgiving, we are, that's when we say what we are thankful for, and stuff like that. But uh, and then here comes Christmas, and then it's like I think it's just the American way, whether you want to admit it or not. We all have it. We are all kind of greedy, so it's like we have a holiday that whoever celebrates Thanksgiving, and then we have a greedy holiday next to a thankful holiday, and I'm like, to me, that that doesn't make sense. I mean, trust me, I'm bad at it myself, but I got to thinking, I'm like, that doesn't. So we're thankful one day and then greedy the next, like.
Yeah, but it's like in every other cycle. It's sad but true. Think about it. You got to go step back even further. Before Thanksgiving, you got Halloween, where it's again greedy. Give me candy, give me, right? So you go
Yeah,
greedy, thankful, greedy. I don't know
yeah,
what Valentine's Day could go greedy and thankful, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, and um, and I've talked to some people, and their views on Christmas um is whatever they celebrate, whether it be Jesus, whether it be um I don't know. There's some other ones out there. I can't
Hanukkah.
remember. Hanukkah. That's what I was trying to think of. So whatever they celebrate it for them and not themselves. If that makes sense. And I wouldn't want it to have that way.
Mhm.
So I know I'm like that, but it just kind of got me. I mean, and then we have kids in our local communities, and I'm sure back there in the bigger city where you're at, I'm sure there's a lot of kids that don't get a present under the tree, and so
Mhm.
I just got to thinking about that, and for kids, I think it's harder to see until they grow up and are out of high school at least.
Great.
Um, and then they see why those $3 muffins are more than just $3 because you got the other stuff in the cart, and
Yeah.
um, so it shocks me.
What also changes once they start paying some of the bills, right?
Yeah,
Then it's like, crap, I don't want it. It's not worth $5 now that I'm paying for it or whatever,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Yeah. I talked to one of my friends. She was coming home from college, and I know this is kind of bad, but um, she's like, yeah, I had to come to the store because I had to pick out what I want. I go, well, go for it. I go, you're not the one paying for it at the end. I go, rack up that bill, you know. Of course, I'm being the salesperson here, so of course I'm doing my job. I'm saying rack up that bill, you know. So, I mean, parents can't get mad at me because I'm just doing my job. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to know the food bill goes up drastically around this time when college kids come home.
One here in Spencer as well, and I don't know if it's the same in Des Moines or state to state, but here we have to pay a pop deposit.
What do you mean? That's everywhere in the state of Iowa. Certain states.
Certain states.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be wrong on this probably, but I don't think Minnesota does that. But but you also don't get like, so here's the catch. We pay a pop deposit, but that's what you get back when you take your cans in to get your 5 cents. You're getting your deposit back. Whereas other states, they don't charge you the deposit, but you just recycle your cans. You can't get 5 cents for your cans either.
Well, and to me, I would, if that's the case, I would rather, in my opinion, I would rather have it that way because some people, no matter if they're disabled or not, no matter what their situation, some people just can't take their pop cans back. Like a busy mother, a busy father. I mean,
yeah,
they can't take their pop cans back. I mean, sometimes they can, but not all families can, because it's just like holidays, except this is every day. It's an everyday cycle. Morning, noon, and night. Kids, dinner, meds, whatever, so in there is no time for taking pop cans back because at the end of their life, they would like to use that before their life is up as a vacation. So they're not going to spend a little time taking pop cans back when they can put that little time into a vacation.
Well, yeah, and that's just it. But that's why certain states do it this way because they know we can charge them the 5 cents, and then I don't even know what the percentages are. We could probably look it up, but it's probably pretty low the amount of people who, like you said, actually return them. So it's a moneymaker for the state. Whereas I agree, there shouldn't be a deposit. You shouldn't get anything for them. It should just be something you recycle as a good, citizen.
So yeah, so does Michigan?
Yeah, I
I
think
know.
Michigan does, and I think they even offer more.
They offer 10 cents a can.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Okay.
So I'm like, did Michigan lose 10 cents a can, or do they have a pop deposit?
I think they have to have a pop deposit.
Yeah. And has Iowa always had a pop deposit?
As long as I remember.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm getting old.
Okay, because I remember, not that you're getting old, I'm just thinking about this. Sorry about that. I was thinking that when I go visit my family in Indiana, I was always shocked that, they didn't get their pop certain places because they had to pay a pop deposit. But in Iowa, it's like we never had upcharge or whatever they have. I don't know. Sorry if you hear my clock in the background. It makes noise and dings and everything. So,
Don't worry. Only going to be 9 of them. Oh, they shut off. Oh.
It only goes to like 7 and then it shuts off.
It's like, screw it. That's a long time. I'm done.
Yeah. And then, like, I need to change it because it doesn't go off during the day. It goes off from like 3 to 6 a.m. And it's like,
Oh, heck no.
okay, what's the point in that? That just goes off all night, and I hear it ding, ding.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that thing.
So,
3 to 6 in the morning. Forget that.
I mean, it's in my office, but I feel bad for my roommate because he's probably like, that thing is annoying, you know? So,
Time to let it go. You should have
yeah.
your listeners vote. I think it's time to get rid of that bad boy.
You know, as well as I do, I'm a hoarder by heart. I'm sorry. I admit it.
Yeah.
I'm a hoarder. Okay. But there's nothing you can do about it. And there's nothing that I will let you do about it.
Fine. You can hoard it all you want. Just get a new one that you use, take the batteries out of that thing, and put it in the closet.
Well, then, if it comes to that, then I might as well get rid of that. Because it's not telling me, ding, it's not as fun, you know?
That's true.
Um,
You should get something cool, like like something that sounds like a car, a tractor, like a sports game or something when it hits the time.
well, I mean, do they make swear word clocks?
Oh, I guarantee you they got to be like, hey, it's 9 o'clock, wake up, or hey, dip. It's got to be some good stuff out there.
I mean, they got automatic hand soap dispensers. They gotta have a clock that's rare.
If not, I'll record some for you.
um, yeah, I would like that. I would like that. Now, my roommates, although it wouldn't matter from them, I hear them say A to Z all the time, so it wouldn't matter, which I kind of encourage that, so, it's not their fault, because I encourage it. Yes, sorry, Mom, if you're watching, I encourage it, okay? Alright. Uh, but no, I mean, in all honesty, I am a hoarder. Um, of course, 50% of my stuff, I need to get someone in here. Well, I do have someone hired finally now, that can come in and do the shelves for me. And then I can bring my stuff that's in the garage from October. Yeah. And I can set it up and I can enjoy it, and hopefully it won't look hoardy because I'm hoping to get rid of some stuff. I say that now.
You won't.
But I
You're gonna get shelves up, and then you're gonna be like, "Look, I got more room to hoard crap."
My mom's going, yep,
It's true.
he will. Even though he says he's going to, what he will do is he will get rid of the stuff he doesn't want, and then he will get more.
2 for 1. He'll get rid of one thing he doesn't like and go get 2 more things. Like,
Yes. I mean, my grandma, you see, I got like a pretty good printer from her for free because she's like, oh, this thing, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It won't work. I said, okay. And so she got a new one. And I said, okay, I will take that printer, your old printer, and I will see if I can't get it working. All I had to do is put brand new ink in it, and all I had to do was factory reset the printer. So that's all I had to do. It took me like 8 hours to say, done, Dakota, just factory reset that thing. But I finally got it. And when I finally got it, you heard me scream because I was so mad because I couldn't get it. And I'm like, why is it not working? It's like a brand new printer. And so when I finally got it, yeah, it was
That's
pretty
the way you
good.
do it. Some people are that way though. They're not handy, or they just rather not mess with it and get something new. So as long as you got the patience,
Yeah. Yeah. Patience is a virtue. What
or
should.
like a spouse telling you you're gonna fix it. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that is what's happening in my
Uh,
situation, but
oh, I'm gonna fix it. I am at time. What do you mean you have an ad time? You were watching a football game the other night. Yes,
the problem, it's football
I
season. There's no time in the fall.
yeah, there, it's just, I'm a Hawkeye fan, you see, and this is where I missed. Let's go into like cable TV and streaming now. This is where I would miss my cable TV is watching the Hawkeyes play.
Hmm.
Uh, Cause we're from Iowa, so we will watch Hawkeyes and maybe those stinker Iowa States. I don't know about them. I mean,
Mm-mm.
they're
I'm not
good.
desperate.
They're good people, but
Hmm.
I mean, we beat them like 5 years in a row in football.
6. I think it's 6
It's
or 7.
oh wow, yeah. And but when basketball season comes around, oh, don't even get me started about that. I mean, the Hawkeyes could do a little bit better. I mean, because Iowa State, didn't they beat the men or women in basketball this year?
Yeah, but it's
I
like the
don't,
first time in like 3 or 4 years. Iowa's won the
oh,
last 3.
oh really? Yeah, I really need to get like a DVR because usually when the Hawkeyes play, I'm at work or I forget that the game is on.
Right,
So
Saturday.
I can just schedule the recordings.
Hmm.
And um, I know that my internet company and everything like that, they have like those DVRs for like $10 a month. And trust me, it's better than, as my mom's saying, well, that's better than going out and buying other stuff I can here or now. But
True.
that's that's true, and I'm sure you would agree with her, and I do too, deep down, because I know she's right.
But this doesn't qualify as an impulse buy.
Ah,
Hmm. It's a need.
no,
It's a necessity.
it is. It is when it comes to the Hawkeyes, it's like medicine.
Hmm.
You need that medicine. But then when it comes to Iowa State, it's like when the doctor puts you on the wrong med, and then you have these weird side effects. No, I'm just
No,
playing, but
one of them, it's like it is the medicine. The other one you watch and you need medicine.
and then sometimes when the Hawkeyes lose, it's like, well, did I take my medication this morning because I feel awful bad. So, um, people like, so where do medication and um, the Hawkeyes have to do with each other and DVR? But it's just we're just hanging out. I guess I should check the chat box. Not that anyone's watching. I mean, maybe, but we'll see here. See if we've got any questions coming in. Um, it says the error occurred. Please try again later. Well, that's good. Well, I will have this on playback, so if you got cut off somewhere from us yakking, you can watch it later. Um, but I mean, what's going down in the city over there? Anything? Anything?
No, not a whole lot. Everyone's getting ready to go to, school for the most part is done. There's only a couple schools up here that have a little something going on tomorrow. Other than that, everyone's already on like holiday mode. It's all you, like I always like to say during the holidays, it's all you small town people that come up to the big city and shop and run around the
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
But no, it's that time of year. It's the best time. The only problem is there's not gonna be any damn snow.
Well, that and the hotels are gonna be booked. You can about guarantee it. You
New
know?
Year's, there's usually quite a bit going on, but yeah, no, it's a good time.
Yeah. Um, any like good news up there? I mean, I I usually don't hear much from up there, which I mean could be a really good thing. I mean, not saying that there's a lot of bad things up there, but um,
Mm. No, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think anything major you guys would have heard about other than little stuff around here, like, the Brentonwood or Skate Plaza, where you can ice skate outside is officially open. So there's, like that. It's now seasonal things that are starting to take
okay,
place. Like, it's a bummer if you go to Sleepy Hollow, which is usually like a ski resort, like in a tubing. They're not going to
okay,
open this season, so you got to go all the way to like Boone or other places. But it's that time of year where you can start enjoying that stuff. That's what we got going on up here. But I don't know.
yeah. I mean, um, but you were kind of lucky at the same time because I'm sure. Well, down here we do have DoorDash now. Finally, like when we got that, I was like, everybody, we have DoorDash. Like I was pumped, you know. I mean, probably because, of course, being in my situation, I mean, getting food ordered and having it brought to you is a big thing.
Yeah.
But in regards, if it's anybody, they use it too, and it was like a big thing. And then Instacart. Do you guys have that up there?
What was it?
It's called Instacart.
Yeah. Yeah, we got that. We got so many food places as well that'll come. Um, it's literally like, I mean, shoot, we even have like, you think of like Best Buy, there's things that they have, or like certain things from Amazon, you order them and they can be here within a couple hours.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Just
Or like Bed Bath and Beyond, like I did that, I don't know, it was a couple months ago. I ordered something, it might have been a Sunday, and like it was there within 2 hours.
oh wow!
So I mean,
See,
if
and
you're willing to
that's
pay, you'll get spoiled up here, right?
yeah. I mean, it's all about the money, and that's how they get you. I mean, even in those DoorDash things,
Mm-hmm.
um, we probably just have zero delivery fees in most places because it's um, a smaller town. But I'm sure if I look on your app right now, and I'm sure if you was to order something, I don't know, from your local grocery or whatever, I'm sure it would be um, a good chunk, if I had to guess.
I don't know. That's a good question. Since we never really do those things, we
Yeah.
the only, we'll get certain things, but it's usually if it's free shipping or whatever. And this time of year, everyone's ordered things online, but no, we're not too lazy other than that. But I bet, like, if you get your groceries or if you had like
Yeah.
appliances delivered, just something along those lines, it's gonna cost you money, right? It's got to.
Yeah. I mean, it's, those people have to make their money as well. Uh, So we have about 15 minutes left. And so, again, I just want to thank you. But we will talk about some other things when we were talking about, the DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it brought me to something. Hy-Vee, everyone, is going to expand. I don't know if you heard, to, I think they said Michigan, uh, Indiana. I mean, I saw that on the news the other day, and I forgot about that. So that's a real excitement there.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I guess I didn't realize that they're going to go to those other states.
Yeah, they're. I don't know what other ones than that, just because I only read the title. But
Sure.
when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I mean,
Heck, I don't even know what all states they're in. Like, I know they're in Iowa, Michigan, or not Michigan, sorry, Minnesota. I'm assuming Nebraska, maybe. Where else? Not in Illinois, are they? Missouri? They were in Missouri?
I know they are in Nebraska. Well, they're in the Midwest region.
Yeah.
So, like, you're Iowa, you're Nebraska, you're South Dakota.
Okay.
And
I know Minnesota has them.
Minnesota. It's all in. I don't know if they have any in North Dakota or not, but I know it's that Midwest chunk on the map. I do know that much.
Yep.
What I would like to do is I would like to go up to Des Moines one time, and um, see you, but as well as I would like to go to a Publix. Do you guys have any up there?
What was it?
It's called Publix.
What's it do? Oh yeah, no. I don't know. That's not even an Iowa store. That's like a southern store. It's definitely, I think, big in like Florida and stuff like that.
Okay, because another YouTuber, yes, I'm a YouTuber and I piggyback off of other YouTubers, okay? Um, um, and he's like, yeah, so I went to Publix the other day, and I'm like, what's that? And so I'm like, it's probably a big city type of thing, but I'm glad to hear that I'm not missing out on that.
Not here. It's a big. It's a big like Hy-Vee kind of like chain, probably even bigger than that, but down southern.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I know I've got a southern cookbook, so I've got, and some recipes call for like uh, crab, pecan all year round, cranberries, so like fresh cranberries, frozen cranberries, but mostly fresh. And that stuff you can't find. Once the holidays are over, the fresh cranberries don't come back till next year, and then
Probably late spring or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but like down there, I'm sure that's why it's bigger because they can supply that stuff more. Peaches.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can only find peaches in Iowa. You can only find them like started in the late summer, maybe August through Probably no, not August. Sorry, May through late August, early November, and
I
then
mean, early September.
yeah, at the latest.
Well, I
Um,
mean, it's like sweet corn here. Like it's only good at a certain time. If you get it before then, you're getting it from down south, which because they can grow it sooner, but it ain't the same quality, in my opinion, right? Like people are like, oh, there's sweet corns in the store. I'm like, yeah. Well, if it hasn't came from like
yeah,
grind sweet corn or someone from around here, then it
yeah,
ain't ready. It ain't the good stuff. It's
and,
imported.
yeah. It's imported, and usually some of that stuff is also prepackaged, so you
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it probably came from the farmer, but then it went through this whole big factory thing to keep it fresh longer. And
Yep.
it's like, that's not the good stuff. The good stuff, unfortunately, is the stuff that if you don't use it, it will go bad fast.
Yeah.
You
You got to
know?
get it from Iowa.
Yeah, it's good Iowa sweet corn. Uh, and if you haven't ever had Joe's sweet corn here in Iowa, Um, I know your family is where I'm from. Um, he goes to like all the nearest towns around me. So yeah, you should look him up. It's called Joe's Fresh Sweet Corn. And from what I know, he still does it, and it's so good. It might be a little bit more expensive, but you're getting good quality.
Is
Um,
it Was it in the stores or is it like roadside stuff?
well, he does both. I know he sells to one of the local groceries here. Um, and I know he also um, talks to all the local groceries, and he sells truck side outside their store.
Ah,
So
okay.
they give him permission to also do it at the other store's truck side.
Interesting. Well, good for
So
him.
yeah, I mean it's good stuff. And one thing I like about where I work, and a lot of people probably know, I do work at a Hy-Vee grocery. Um, And one thing I like is I like the people. And I've met over here in Spencer, I
Mm-hmm.
know of a popcorn guy. Oh, and it's some of the best kettle corn you've ever had. Like,
Now you're
you
talking
know,
kettle corn.
yeah. I mean, remember earlier in this stream I said I was 8 weeks pregnant? That's probably why, because of that popcorn. And
Mm.
then over a town just like 45 minutes away from me, where I used to work at another Hy-Vee close by, um, I met a peanut brittle guy.
Look at you. Dang, you got all the like sweet tooth.
Yeah, and you might have tried the peanut brittle a while back ago. I can't remember if you did or not. I
Mm.
think you did because that's when we talked about because you've got um, your wife has some Canadian family, and so you bought me those Canadian chips or
Oh
whatever they're
yeah.
called. So I think
Chris.
that was the same time. Um,
Oh yeah.
I and then that's how we got to talk about that. But um, yeah, so those are good. The Canadian chips
They
are.
are.
They're
They're
really
good.
good. I
Crisper.
know
Yeah.
crispers is what they're called. Yes,
Yes.
and they're like in between a cracker and a chip.
Like the
And
perfect combination.
yeah, there's all sorts of flavors, if I'm right, correct?
Yeah, what do they got? They got ranch, they got barbecue, they got something else. But then they have this one flavor. They have like it's called all dressing, which is weird. It's not a flavor we have down here, at least in Iowa. But dude, it's so awesome. It's like the best. I don't even know what's in it. I don't even want to know what's in it. I think it's a combination of all of them. I don't know.
Yeah. So, well, that would make sense because it said all dressing.
That's my guess, but it's all
All
right. I don't
dress.
really. And of course, the one I'm forgetting is like the staple in Canada, salt and vinegar.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's the one I tried, and those are good.
They
If
are.
if you like Pringles here in America, if you like Pringles, you will definitely like Crispers. Um, they're a little bit different, but they're good. They're something different to snack on, and I also I uh, I also had someone that would go down to Canada as well. She had dill pickle Doritos. Are you familiar with those? They're dill pickle Doritos.
Well, they have a lot of dill pickle flavored things up there, so I'm assuming that they have those. But you know what was weird? They have ketchup flavored chips. It's not as bad as you would think, but it's not that great. I mean, like some people love them. I don't think they're horrible, but that's weird.
Yeah, yeah, like if you want to eat ketchup, just take the bottle and squirt it in your mouth.
Yeah, don't put it on a chip.
Don't, no, like,
It's
what?
honestly not bad. Like I'll catch myself eating more than I should because I'm like they're not horrible, but then after I think about it, I'm like they ain't that great though.
I mean, same thing as like a local pizza chain, and I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. Sometimes they come out with the weirdest pizzas you could ever imagine. Like, one time they came out with like a cheeseburger pizza, and it like,
That sounds
okay,
good though.
the meat wasn't the bad part. It was the imaging, like they tried to make it look like a cheeseburger, honestly, in the image.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just pizza
Oh yeah.
and burger doesn't mix.
The picture
So,
was wrong then because the bacon cheeseburger pizza is one of the best pizzas you can get. I'm telling you.
oh,
And they do it
well,
with pickles and everything. You got to get the pickles on it. It's not right without the pickles.
so it's one of those things that the image does not do it justice.
Not in my opinion. It's amazing.
Okay.
You got to try it now.
Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm I go out to eat every Friday, so and
Well, and
every Monday.
I'm not going to mention any stores, but I know for a fact there's one in your town that makes good bacon cheeseburger pizza.
I think I know which one you're. I could be wrong. Uh,
It's good though.
okay, yeah, I will have to get the name from you here later on. But and here's why I don't mention any stores on my stream is because I don't want to seem like I'm pushing anyone aside. So
Mm-hmm.
um, unless I sponsor them, which that's another thing I do. So if you want sponsorships, if you want me to mention your stores and stuff, um, you may, but I don't like to mention it uh,
Unless you
unless
send us like food and stuff we're trying on it, we'll do anything.
yes, and get permission and everything like that. So, um, but yes, I guess the reason why I did this stream is because it is almost Christmas, and so I will get this all. I won't edit it. I don't like to edit these things because I want it to be a natural thing. So I will just get it all posted up and ready. and it might come out tomorrow, um, depending on my schedule, or it might come out in a couple of days. But it'll be out, and then don't forget about the first of the month. Will be the January 1st. We will publish a podcast there. Again, this isn't a replacement for my podcast show. It's just another way to get myself out there and get content out there. So I will have another one of my friends on. He's actually a good friend of mine, and so he's been begging me to have him on. So I finally said, okay, all right, I will
Who is
have
it?
you on. Well,
Or is that a secret?
It's one of my roommates.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I will have him on and stuff like that. So it'll be a good time, and I will also have a YouTube version of that available. But yeah, Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. And just remember, it's it's not all about what you receive, it's all about what you give to her. Something like that, right?
That sounds good. It is correct. You're right. Dakota, thanks for having me on. Like you said, we'll try doing this monthly, and we'll get better at this. And you guys, and you send us like suggestions and things you want us to do on here, and we'll do it.
Yeah, and the reason why I was late, I will take this one. I didn't have my headphones, and some of you may understand this, some of you may not. I didn't have the right headphones hooked up. So the whole entire time, it was hooked up to my speakers, which weren't hooked up instead of these. So that's why we were late if you were watching on the live stream. So other than that, that's all I have. Thanks again, Mr. Monahan. And I will see you soon, and I will talk to you guys all later. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Let's see. Here, can we stop the recording?